Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So she remained, paying off her debt, made a name for herself in the underworld. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the qunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
No! Andraste's tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
But we heard you're going into the deep roads. Surely you'll need all the help you can...
No! You're too late. Already done. This is a sort of venture that can make a man for life. I'm not about to take any chances hiring random humans.
We're not random. We have experience.
We've fought and killed Darkspawn. How many of your hired men can say the same?
Get in line, human. Half of Kirkwall wants to be my best friend right now. You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
What are we supposed to do now? We've got nothing to stop the next person who tries to sell us out. This expedition was our last chance.
It's okay. We'll work it out.
We've made a name for ourselves this last year. We'll find something.
We have to. We need coin, status, something we can hide behind. As long as we're just refugees, we're no one. Maybe Gamlen knows someone who can talk to Bartram for us.
I don't know. I really don't.
He always seems to know what's going on.
We might as well ask. Otherwise, I don't know what we'll do.
Oh.
Hey!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work.
Thanks, Varric.
Off you go. How do you do? Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bartrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would.
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
Okay. So you know who we are?
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The Coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawke is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
And what about Bethany?
You must have heard of my sister as well, then.
Only a little. She is certainly welcome to come, but I'll leave that up to you.
Frankly, I'd rather you take the credit.
Madam, your secrets are safe with me.
Find out what he's offering. We need a way into this expedition.
Alright. So what's your role in the expedition?
You're part of Bartrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
Okay. You're a little too smooth. How do we work this out?
There must be some way to persuade your brother to hire us on.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
That's kind of... He'll share profits?
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Sounds like you're doing all the thinking and talking, Varric, and he's gonna be very upset with all of this. You'd vouch for me?
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
Yeah, we don't have 50 sovereigns.
It sounds interesting. But if I had any gold, I wouldn't need this job.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
It won't be easy, but it's a chance. I think we have to take it. Better to work our way into this expedition than sit around waiting to be thrown in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
Seems like a long shot.
There might be nothing down there except darkspawn and rubble. How can you be sure we'll make a profit?
Well, Bartrand isn't grasping at strings. He's operating on some good information. Some of the deep roads are so old, even the dwarves have forgotten them. We just need to get down there. Then Bartrand will lead the way. You and I will be there to handle problems.
So, how are you helping?
What makes you so certain you'll be useful to me?
I know everyone in this city worth knowing. I can help you find the jobs you need, and if you don't need me for that, there's always Bianca.
Bianca.
You named your crossbow.
And why not? She's a beauty. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
Okay. We've already asked the trust question, I feel like. I guess we don't really have a choice.
You have a deal.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Maybe Aveline can find us some work. She's got a position with the city guard now.
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up.
Okay.
Keep a hand on your coin, Hawke. There are more cut purses in Hightown than in the rest of the city combined.
Alright, so we have some quests, and we got to level up. Oh, Varric's in my party. Awesome. I should say hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Last time we were trying to get into the city. Now we're in the city. A year has passed. We are out of our indentured servitude, and we just need to find a job. Alright, I'm gonna level. I forgot to mention, every companion has a specialty that they get on whether or not you befriend them or you rival them. So Varric has authorized the biographer, or if you rival him, the unauthorized version. So I just really like the rivalry system and that they did that. That's cool. Alright, so how do I view quests? Journal? Ah, there we go. A long way home, so we have to deliver Flemeth's amulet. I have to go talk to Gamlin, talk to Aveline. This is our Deep Roads expedition. It's going to take a while. In a business discussion, talk to Varric in the Hangman's Pub. Okay. Let's view the map. Where are we? We're in Hightown. Can I... No, I can't zoom out. There's someone over here. There's someone over here. So, let's go this way, I think.
See you there.
Oh, shopkeeper.
Clothing of all kinds.
We do have a little bit of coin. Backpack, cannot buy. They still do gifts in this game, and you can usually find them in the shops gifts to give to your companions. Also, armor upgrades for your companions can be found in shop. For this game, the only armor that you pick up can only go on your character. Any like bits and pieces, so like a breastplate, a helmet, greaves, and boots, those all go on your character. Whereas you find specific armor upgrades for your character, specific whole armor upgrades for your companions. So that's interesting.
Hawke, long time no see, my friend.
Worthy. When did you get back into town?
Oh, just a month or so ago. Things didn't work out in Orzammar. You aren't still working for Athenril, are you? Your year must be up by now.
You're nosy.
Still trying to ferret out everyone's business, I see.
Of course. How else do you expect a dwarf to make a living? I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you. Take care, Hawke. Don't get dead.
I appreciate that. And so this is where we can do some rune crafting. But I'm not going to right now.
I spent way too much time here.
We are going to go get this other exclamation point. That is over this way. There we go.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
Good day to you.
Okay. Talitha?
And Andraste did say, those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm unto the Maker himself. Good day to you.
Can I get... There we go. A grave crime was committed against all free-thinking men and women in the Free Marches. The ruling Vale family in Starkhaven, my family, was brutally murdered down to the youngest babe in arms. This massacre was carried out by members of the Flint Mercenary Company. I hereby offer a bounty on the head of each Flint Company soldier in the Kirkwall city. I accept it. And now we have another job. Alright, I am following the arrows here, I think. How do I get out of here? Okay, so it's heading that way. Looks like we're heading toward Aveline, which is fine. Except not that way. Ooh, something shiny over here. Plate armor, I'll take it. Let's go
Good day to you.
this way. Probably should have investigated those shops a little bit more. Hightown. At the height of the Tevinter Imperium's slave trade, Kirkwall's elite prospered beyond dreams of avarice. Hightown was built for the wealthiest slavers, its glitzy mansions rising atop a great wall of rock that borders on one side the waking sea. Lowtown cowered on its other side until Kirkwall's slaves rose to plunder and destroy Hightown's riches. Today, Hightown's prominent buildings are the Keep, home to the ruling Viscount, and the Chantry, home to the Grand Cleric and the city's religious center. Both are converted estates that once housed wealthy magisters, rebuilt and converted after the uprising. Brother Jenna TV again. Let's go this way. Thought that was a dialogue trigger. Something shiny hiding back there?
You have to admit.
You can't miss the keep. It practically screams nothing fun ever happens here.
Oh.
I just don't understand. What do they want?
Okay, I missed that conversation, but that's fine. Inside we go. So this is how we change party members now.
Good day, Sarah.
So this was someone's house. It's humongous. I am not going where I need to go to find Aveline. Let's try over this way. You've entered a companion's home base. So rather than talking to your companions at camp, you have to come to their place and talk to them instead. So that's new.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sarah.
It is with pride that I, your Viscount, grant upon the authority of law and civil enforcement upon the guardsmen of an independent Kirkwall. No more will we defer to the will of foreign troops or draw holy order into tasks unbefitting their mandate. These proud men and women will be of the people and will enforce the laws we have selected for a civil and ordered society. And should the specter of invasion return, the noble guardsmen will conscript from the population, for who better to amass the people's will than the constables of law charged with its inspection. This is a great day for Kirkwall, and I am honored to appoint the first guard captain. Long may he serve the will of the people. So there you go. I'm gonna go in this door. Study of the Fifth Blight. That I am probably not reading. There you go. Okay. There's another door. Hold on. I'm gonna check all these doors before I talk to Aveline. Oh. I'm sorry. I interrupted your space. I apologize.
You know, I might be able to give you a hand with
Varric! Varric, my best friend. Come here. Open that for me.
We're good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I may have just stolen from the guard. Let's talk to Aveline.
Aveline!
Hello, Hawke.
Been a while, hasn't it?
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You were spying on me again.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Saved me camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
So, you're not happy here?
Still having trouble? I thought you were past all that.
Lately, I don't know. I've been pushed out to some dead patrols. Maybe I stepped on someone's toes.
You can be forceful.
My charm, right? I should be able to go where I'm needed. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
So I already asked if she was happy. Do you miss Wesley? Do you miss being a soldier?
This must be a very different pace from serving King Kalen.
I love that life. But there's a new king for a new Ferelden. Seems cocksure, but I guess he was there when the Archdemon fell. Can't fault an active hand. It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. You and Carver must have felt something similar. I don't know if that's right to say. I barely knew him.
We didn't really talk about it.
I don't dwell on it. I guess we had that in common.
Then I would have liked him.
Aww. Oh, let's ask the question.
It's been a year settling in. Are you all right?
You don't need to coddle me. I am where I am. How close I hold my memories is my own business.
That's fair. Are you happy here?
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
Oh. Would you return to Ferelden?
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
It was... yeah. It was sad to leave that way.
It's not how I wanted to say goodbye. I'll say that.
You can't go home again. That's supposed to be about maturity. It's not the same if you don't have the option.
What's the job?
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing?
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
How did you find out?
You've been nosing around outside your commission.
I have contacts, and they're complaining about a lack of meat. Thugs and such. Someone is hiring. And one or two were told to prepare for travelers. You want to be good at this job? You pay attention to what's missing, and when people arrange escape routes.
Who are we up against?
Do you have a name or anything else to go on?
Not important. If we show up and they attack, they're bad. Simple as that. I'll wager it's smugglers, though. Like I said, seems like an obvious trap for a caravan.
Well, it better not be a Fenris. Why not get the other guards involved?
Seems like you'd want to share this with your fellow guards.
I will, if you sit on your hands. I'll send my alerts, and someone else will lead a patrol. But there's profit and influence to be had. You're my friend, so I'm offering.
I appreciate that. You can hire civilians?
I'm no guard, Aveline.
There's only so many of us. Temporary recruits are expected time to time, as long as they're competent. You still claim to be competent, right?
I'll do it.
Aveline, you've got yourself a partner.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
So she's letting you know that she has to be in our party.
Messiah, please stop kicking the wall.
Okay, so that is settled.
How much longer do I have to
Always. You always have to wait. Is there anything up here? Because I know...
How much longer do I have to wait?
Oh, can get in here?
You're looking well, Sarah.
Lomirian accounts? 50 years, that's how long it took the Imperium to drive out the qunari occupation. But the rest of northern Thedas was not so lucky. Both divines, white and black, declared exalted marches, and for the only time since the schism of the Chantry, they worked together. A century-long siege resulted when the giant qunari entrenched in Antiva and Ravane and all of Thedas, throwing armies against them. The war drained the resources of every nation in Thedas, leaving most on the brink of collapse. For the giants, it did not appear to be the damage to their armada or the loss of their soldiers, but the terrible toll upon the Ravani population that prompted their retreat. When the third new exalted march had all but massacred the people of Kantar without even chipping the qunari occupying force, the giants finally withdrew. The treaty that put an official end to the qunari wars was signed on the politically neutral island of Lamiran off the southern coast of Ravane. 150 years after their assault on the mainland began, the qunari left our shores. They received the northern archipelago in exchange for cessation of hostilities against all the nations on the accord. Only Tevinter refused to sign, and so the war continues to rage in the Imperium to the present day. It is worth noting, however, that the Kingdom of Ravane immediately violated the treaty, once when the humans of northern Ravane, nearly all practitioners of the Qun and therefore by definition qunari, refused to leave their homes and go in exile to the island. And again, when the Ravane Chantry and nationalist forces, unable to convert its people back to the worship of the Maker, tired of a purge by the sword, slaughtering countless unarmed people, and burying them in mass graves. It's a fortunate mystery that the leaders in Kantar did not alert their allies in the Northern Passage, or we'd still be fighting the giants now. Wow. That's convoluted. Ooh, there's a chest. Varric did not offer to help. Bottle scarred. Okay. I think I picked up some alcohol. Varric, can you?
That's not really my...
I didn't think so. But we know that it is there. Oh, Aveline's walking around with us. Cool. Seneschal Bran?
The office of the Viscount is not open to the public. Especially recent arrivals not actually part of the public.
I've been here for a year. Whatever. Be that way. Fine.
Good day, Sarah.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, since we've been exploring, let's check the one place I haven't actually gone.
The Viscount must be terribly busy. I've been waiting most of the day.
You and about 30 other people. Chantry hierarchy. The Divine is the titular head of the Chantry, although since the schisms split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact two Divines at any one time. One Divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Valrio. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathos. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as most holy or your perfection. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Valrio when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or revered mother is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters from the rank and file of the chantry and consist of three main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans or similar unfortunates who were raised into the chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. That's what Leliana went out to do, was to become affirmed. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or in the spirit or in the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the Chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in Chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics, placed in charge of such archives, are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of a mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. Interesting. That is important to know as events will unfold, and that is the back end of this.
The Viscount must be terribly busy.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end this episode here, and we will continue to explore next time, pick up some more jobs and whatnot, maybe go do that thing that Aveline wants. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, social media links in the description, and thanks for watching.